Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm here today to talk about the brand new Vibram 5-finger shoes. They really should be called 5-toe shoes because you wear them on your feet, not on your hands. But these are really a revolutionary design to the way to approach footwear and the way you wear footwear. They allow your foot to move independently and naturally as if you're barefoot, but you get the protection, having a sole on the bottom, having some support there. So it's really a revolutionary design, and there's 5 key reasons that you should wear or think about wearing the Vibram 5-fingers. Reason number 1 is that they're going to strengthen your feet and your lower leg muscles much more so than a natural shoe would. A regular shoe like a tennis shoe or a dress shoe or something like that is going to lock your foot up. You're not going to use all those small muscles in your feet that you use for balance and stuff if you're barefooted. And also in your lower leg as well. There's a lot of muscles that we don't use on a day-to-day basis because the shoe is not allowing us. It's locking our foot up, so we can't use all those small muscles. Reason number 2 is that it's going to improve the range of motion. Again, you're allowed to independently move your toes. You can have more range of motion in your foot because these are very flexible. It allows the foot to move naturally. Again, key range of motion, so you're going to lengthen the muscles in the foot and the lower leg. Reason number 3 is it's going to stimulate nerve function. All those balance muscles and whatnot, we lose the muscle memory in our feet because of our natural shoes that we typically wear. These, with the natural free range of motion, you're going to lock in and excite new neurons in your feet, so you're going to really improve your balance with wearing these around. Reason number 4 is going to eliminate heel lift. Most shoes are canted, so you have a lot of heel with them, and that throws our spines out of alignment, our backs out of alignment, so a lot of us get lower back pain, stuff like that. Dropping the heel down so now your foot's flat, it eliminates that heel strike, and it puts that kind of natural curve of your spine right back here, so you get a lot less back pain and you build up that lower back muscles as well wearing these. Reason number 5 is it allows natural foot and body movement. So you're going to be able to, again, not locking up that foot, full range of motion, allows natural body movement. When you put these on, you get the sensation that you have a lot more movement, that you're going to be more agile. You could climb and bounce off things that you normally wouldn't feel like wearing a normal shoe. So now we're going to transition into telling you how to size these up. When you're sizing up Vibram 5-finger shoes, it's a little different than a normal shoe. They have a kind of unique sizing system. When you first look at it, you might think it's a European sizing, but it really doesn't correlate. What you're going to do to size these is you want to take a ruler or a measuring stick, and you want to put it up against the wall, and then you want to stand up against the wall with your heel against the wall on top of the measuring stick or the ruler. Then you want to have yourself look down at it, see what you measure, or if you have somebody else handy, that's always good because you can get a little more accurate measurement. And you want to then take that measurement, and there's a size conversion chart on our site. You want to refer to that and make sure you know which model you want first, because the sizing isn't consistent from model to model. Some you might be up or down a size depending on what actual model of shoe you're looking at or the 5-finger that you're looking to get. So again, measure it, have somebody else help you if you have somebody handy, convert that measurement using the chart, and that's the size you want. So the next thing we're going to show you is actually how to get into the Vibram 5-fingers. A lot of people, this is the biggest difficulty, especially when their first time putting them on, is getting their toes lined up so that they do fall in the pockets correctly. And this is one of the biggest reasons that people return theirs. So hopefully we can show you some good tips, and you'll have an easy time getting in. So first thing you want to do is slide your foot in, and you kind of want to stop before you get your heel all the way in, and so that your toes are at the initial start of the pockets. You want to make sure you get them lined up kind of in each individual toe pocket, and that can, sometimes be a bit of a struggle. And once you get them in there, you feel like, oh, you got some misaligned. You got them in there. You start wanting to pull them in, and then pull the heel up. Sometimes you'll have a little struggle with your pinky toe, especially if it curls under like mine. You get it all situated, and you strap it over. Some of them have straps, some of them don't. With mine, my big toe's a little long, and then my toe pocket goes a little deep. So the actual pocket, the shoe doesn't come all the way to the pocket of my toe, but the other ones do. They all line up nicely. So that's how you want them to fit initially. You don't want them to be too short. If you feel like your foot's kind of cramping up or it's being pulled like short, like it's almost curled up like that, that means they're a little on the short side. but you do want a nice secure fit. They should, hug your shoe or your foot like a glove, but they shouldn't be uncomfortable. You might find it a little awkward at first to have your toes in pockets, unless you've worn like the 5-finger socks or something like that before. But it's a little awkward initially, but once you get accustomed to it, the transition period will be okay. Just kind of wrap things up here on the 5 fingers. We want to talk about a transition period because you're using muscles in your lower legs and your feet and neurons that you haven't used before. You definitely want to transition into these shoes and not jump into them gung-ho. You'll really tax those muscles and whatnot and fatigue them. Possible injury there. So as a general rule of thumb, especially if you're running, you want to do about 10% of your typical mileage for the first 2 to 3 weeks on these. And you never want to run 2 consecutive days in a row with these for the first month. You're just going to create yourself a lot of problems, a lot of headaches, a lot of injury prone and muscle fatigue. After the first 2 to 3 week period, you want to increase your mileage by about 10 to 20% on every 2 to 3 weeks. So every couple weeks you can add another 10 to 20% to your mileage until you get to your typical mileage. So follow those transition periods and you won't have any issues, or you shouldn't have any issues. And if you do develop any excessive muscle soreness or anything like that in your feet or your lower legs, you definitely want to reset and start back at your 10% base mileage. Other than that, enjoy and live life like you never had before.